Ladies and gentlemen, Jazz Gonzo, what's next? This is the first two videos. Story number one. This falls under the category of under the radar. You might have missed it. I think a lot of people did. Not this past weekend, but the weekend prior was the CPAC event in Florida, hosted by Governor Ron DeSantis. Of course, Ted Cruz spoke, a number of leading conservatives and or libertarians spoke there, including the, I guess you can say, the triumphant return of Donald Trump. Went over extremely well. But what you might have missed happened to be a booth by some transgendered folk. And that is something that most people missed. It wasn't covered. And but it was brought to my attention by one Steve Deese of The Blaze. Now, I don't know if this, with what I'm going to parlay into, not parlay into, segue into, really has one to do with the other, but it's there's almost a little bit of irony. It turns out that there was a booth that was set up for transgendered conservatives at CPAC. And of course, their big thing was, well, it's acceptance and what have you. And, there needs to be, the conservative party. It's a big tent, which it is. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, you had those who are staunch Reaganites all the way up to classical liberals like Dave Rubin and everywhere in between. So we definitely do have a big tent, unlike the Democrats, who basically it is, if you're not woke, then get the f out. That's pretty much it. Here are your check boxes. Here are the boxes you must check off to be part of the Democratic Party. 15,000 genders. You believe that, they believe that women can be men, which kind of segues into the story that I'm talking to right now. But with that being said, I had to actually dig for this story because this story wasn't really pushed out. Let's take a look at this real quick. This comes out of the Freedom for All Americans, and I really had to dig this one up, especially after hearing this from Steve Deese. I'm not going to go over the entire thing, but let's just point this out, is that transgender women, and I put this in quotes, make their case for inclusion at the annual CPAC gathering. This story was posted March 8th. Every year, Republicans across the country attend a gathering known as CPAC, Conservative Political Action Conference. Over the course of several days, Republican leadership, pundits, analysts present speeches, town halls, and debates regarding issues relevant to the party's political platform. While the conference has hosted a number of anti basically means a differing opinion when it comes to the LGBTWXYZ crew over the years. For the past 2 years, a small group of, quote, transgender conservatives has attended and hoping to open the minds of fellow Republicans and explain the reality that transgender people face every day in an attempt to destigmatize, wow, say that 3 times, of the alphabet issues. This is a quote. This year, it's been more thoughtful. People are coming up to us, hugging us, whereas last year was more like fist bumps, that type of thing. Well, 2020 was pretty much a fist bump year. A quote, Jennifer Williams, a transgender woman from New Jersey, told Slate magazine, questions, but also more people coming to express their support. Quote, I'm glad you're here because I'm not homophobic or I'm not a transphobic person. Now, I'm not going to go into the whole article, but I will say this. I believe that you can be in the alphabet crew and be a conservative. There are gay men, gay women who are conservative. Richard Grenell, who happened to be the first gay ambassador to a high post, which happened to be under Donald Trump's administration. Not Barack Obama, not Bill Clinton. Joe Dementia may be able to surpass that because, of course, he is just saying, hey, you know what? If you're gay, you're in. It doesn't matter what your qualifications are. Well, your qualifications aren't that good. It doesn't matter. You're in. What's between your legs? You're in. What color your skin is? You're in. But I'm jumping ahead to the second video, so let me stop right there. But in relation to this, I don't know if one correlates with the other, but it's kind of ironic. And I think the reason the story came across me as interesting is because we've kind of let ourselves go a little bit. And I understand as conservatives, we are staunch when it comes to here are the black-white issues. Here are the black-white. Abortion is evil. There are only two genders, man, woman. You know. Okay, sun is hot, water's wet. I mean, these things. And I say that last part in jest, but you get where I'm going here. Is that when it comes to transgenderism, transgenderism is a mental illness. Sexual dysphoria, gender dysphoria, DS5, that's categorized under the American Psychological Association. But calling a spade, calling it what it is. There are two genders. That's it. Man, woman, whatever you got going up here, whatever you got going there is not this issue. It's this issue. It's a mental issue, and it needs to be dealt with as such. I've spoken to it not at length in other videos, but I've mentioned it. Depending on, I think it might have. I don't know if I might have mentioned it during my CPAC video, but this is probably the most lengthy that I've gone into this situation. But it's very interesting, and sadly, is that I think CPAC is just getting, just saying, hey, to go along, to get along, to go along, to go along, to get along, however you want to phrase it. But if you were going to bring in staunch conservatives, stalwart conservatives, I think there might have been names missing off this list. I think there might have been those like David J. Harris. I think there were a group of black conservatives, but they were kind of making light of Candace Owens, Brandon Tatum. I think even someone like like Amazing Lucas. So that there were black conservatives who were not invited onto this list. You look at Steve Dees, not invited to speak, because I think Steve Dees is one who is basically, there's the line that's drawn. I'm not gonna play games. I'm not gonna kiss your rear end. Boom. And I watched enough of him, and I suggest that you may want to check him out, Steve Dees on the Blaze. Like I said, he is very black and white on a lot of issues and a lot of eye openers, because he's not afraid to throw the truth out there. But like I said, this is not a promotional thing for him. But when it comes to this story, it's it's very, makes you scratch your head. Makes you scratch your head regarding this. And with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is what's next. If you want to see more videos just like this, please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, hit that notification bell. Don't be before that. Hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you guys later. Peace.